Well, how about it, y'all? This is Daniel Nicholson with Nicholson Farms, and welcome back to another video. If you missed our last video, we had our first baby goats hit the ground actually 2 days earlier. We had one mama have triplets, and this mama behind me had this one single. She's a first-time doe. She's been locked up with the baby for a little over 24 hours now, but that's because the grandma of this baby thinks it's hers. So we locked the mama up, and then we've realized since then that the mama just really doesn't have a whole lot of milk. So I did give this baby some colostrum this morning. It seems to be perked up a good bit more. I saw him nursing when I first got here, but the mom still has not dropped a ton of milk. But over time, as that baby continues to suck, she's going to be stimulated to make more and more milk. But since she's been locked up in there for 24 hours or so, I do want to let her out and let her graze some. I gave her some hay this morning, some grain this morning, but we're going to let her out and graze. Sheep and goaty girls in here as well. All the other goats are over here in our Premier One fence. I actually already moved the fence for the day and let them have a little more chunk, but we're going to open up this gate and just let that mama come out and graze for a little while if she wants. She's a very tentative mom. Really happy with the way she's taking care of the baby. You can see she's standing there and letting the baby nurse now. Have no problems with the bonding part. It's just we want her to start dropping a little bit more milk. So we're going to let her come out and graze for a little while, and we'll pin her back up here before dark, and probably I might give that baby just a little bit more colostrum. But I mentioned in our last video that I was going to be sawing some logs. We're going to run down the road real quick. I've got 3 oak beams that somebody gave me. We're going to be cutting them down to make posts for me and Maddie's new bed. So we're going to run over there for a little while. I might film a little bit of it, and we'll come back and check on how this baby's doing, maybe feed him a little bit of colostrum, and see if we have any more baby goats. I don't really see anybody that looks like they might be in labor this afternoon. Tomorrow is actually the first day of what's supposed to be kidding season, so we'll just have to wait and see if anybody decides to kid out this afternoon, or it might just have to wait till tomorrow. Well, we got our beams cut. Don't mind the boat trailer. My buddy brought me the beams on an old boat trailer. A little overkill for these couple of boards. But we cut true 4x4s out of some red oak for our bedpost. We also have a couple like 1x4s. They're just kind of odd and end pieces that came off the beams that we had when we were squaring it up. But I also cut some 2x3s, which we're gonna also build a dining room table and some end tables. So I figured that'd be good for kind of framing up underneath the table, or potentially bed frame post. We'll see. I'll show you the headboard and the baseboard real quick while we're on the subject of wood. The sun coming through that window is not really helping things out. But this is going to be our headboard. We got Gonna have boards going horizontally, and then our baseboard is boards going vertically. Still all red oak, and then that'd be the side rails for the bed. I'll throw a picture of it when we get it done. We should have it done in the next week or so, so I'll make sure to include it in a video, show you how it ended up. But we are gonna, it's already sanded, we are gonna stain it, so we'll see how it turns out. So we're back at the farm now. I did a little bit of chores off camera, but we're about to go back up there and check on the baby goats. And we're gonna give that one little baby a little bit of colostrum. I picked up some Dumar, I guess that's how you pronounce that. Dumar, multi-species colostrum. I also picked up some milk replacers on top of the fridge over there in case we need it. Hopefully we don't. But I got a Sprite bottle. You can buy the bottles from Tractor Supply or a feed store. You know, it has the measuring increments on it and all that. This is a whole lot cheaper. Just picked up a nipple. Well, I had a couple nipples. We're gonna fill this with some pretty hot water. By the time we get down up there to the barn, it's gonna cool down. I've already got my bottle rinsed out. And we're gonna give him about 8 ounces. We're gonna mix up 8 ounces. That's what I gave him this morning. He chugged all but just a little bit down. So hopefully he's been nursing all day. But this is just gonna help him out a little bit in case he didn't. So this brand, I mean, I guess it's different with several ones, but it's 8 ounces of water. And then 2/3 of one of the cups in here per 4 ounces. So we'll do that twice. Sorry, I got interrupted. Man, cut the boards, and my uncle, he brought me the bill, so I had to talk to him for a second. But like I said, it's gonna be 2 of these little cups, or 2 of the 2/3 of a cup. So I guess 1 1/2, a little more than 1 1/2. Got it mixed up, shake it up pretty well. I always keep the cap to my bottle just so milk doesn't sling everywhere when I shake it up. Got it all mixed up, 8 ounces. We're gonna walk up there and see if we can get him to eat this. Need to catch the mama back up. I'm gonna leave him pinned up for at least another night. And honestly, whenever I come check on her in the morning or check the herd, see if we have any more babies, I'll probably let her out and let her graze all day. But let's go see how he's doing. Well, Big Mama brought her triplets out to play. What y'all doing so far from the barn? These 3 little guys are doing good. This mom is doing great with them. Honestly, this is the first time we've had a mom have triplets that is completely worked out. I might be talking too soon, but so far so good. I better catch these guys tomorrow and put the ear tags in them, because in about another day, I am not going to be able to catch these little guys. Them 2 little girls look almost identical. The little boy's the one with more white on him. Kind of looks like his daddy. Well, we had our first jailbreak from our Premier One fence. This little girl right here, she didn't have permission to be over here. Actually, when I was pulling out to go cut the boards, she had already jumped or whatever she did. I don't know what she did. The gate's closed to the barn, so she had to either jump or go under the fence one. Keep an eye on it. See what actually happened. Kind of curious, but she'll get used to it. She gets popped several times. Let's go see this little baby. What you doing, little man? Huh? What you doing? You want to eat something? Has your mama been feeding you? Getting enough milk? Oh. Well, he just peed, so he must be eating something, because I haven't fed him since about 8 o'clock this morning. I'm not going to continue to do this too much, because I don't want him to think that I'm the source of the feed. And I want him to keep trying to suck off of his mama, because that's ultimately what's going to make her drop more milk, hopefully. At least that's the plan. Come on, man. You're going good. There you go. But his belly did feel somewhat full. He did pee. So there's a little hope. And like I said yesterday, whenever I tried to milk her out a little bit, and there's definitely milk coming out. Just don't think there's a whole lot of it. I mentioned in our last video that the mama of this one, her mama doesn't have a big milk sac, and I kind of like that because typically the teats stay pretty small where a baby can latch onto them, but also the bags don't blow out as bad. Whenever you have a doe that's got pretty big bags after about 3 or 4 kiddings, a lot of times her bag just is too big. The teats get too big. It's just kind of a recipe for disaster because the babies can't latch on. I guess I like a kind of happy medium. Somewhat small, somewhat big. You full already? You didn't finish? He is a pretty little guy. He got some kind of almost like little dappled spots. Never really had a dappled goat. Want some more? Rivers, get out. You need attention too. I hear your mama calling for you. So this baby is actually 1/4 Savannah, 3/4 Kiko. I'd like to really see how he grows out. We'll see if we end up banding him or not. I love the traits that the Kiko can bring to a herd for his parasite resistance, good hooves, good mothering abilities, good milk sacs. But I probably, like, outside of the Kiko breed, my favorite goat is a Savannah. They've got the build kind of like a boar goat, nice and thick, but a little bit more parasite resistance from what I've seen. You done? Your belly's full. Come on, finish it off. So I know you're gonna have a full belly tonight. I need to try to get your mama caught back up now. He does seem a whole lot stronger than he did this morning. Quit. Come on, suck on a little more. So I'll get here in the morning and I'll check on him. Honestly, I'll probably walk up to him first and feel his belly. If his belly feels full, then we're gonna probably not feed him. Because like I said, I don't want him to get used to this bottle. I want him to do it on his own. I want his mom to start producing. But we'll continue to help him out. Like I said, his mom, I think I said her earlier, his mom is doing a great job for a first-time mom. She's very attentive. She's standing right here kind of bleating at him. Very attentive, lets him suck, doesn't kick at him at all. For a first-time mom, especially a doeling, that's pretty impressive. I mean, she's doing her job. Like I said, I mean, it's just the fact that she doesn't have a lot of milk, and I feel sure that the longer he continues to suck and stimulate her, she will develop some milk, and we'll be good to go. So let me see if I can get the mom and the other 3 goats back with the main herd real quick, and then we'll probably wrap this video up. You're tinkling. That's a good sign. All right, let's go, girls. Come on. Let's go, sheepy. Let's go, girl. Come on. Let's go. Woo. Hey. This is gonna be hard. Hey. 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 Don't be a jerk. You already jerk because you got out. You know. Hey. Go back to your baby and leave these other ones in. Let me put down the camera and get everybody back where they're supposed to be before I lose my temper on the camera on this goat. So, catch back up with you in just a second. Well, we got everybody back where they're supposed to be. The goats are turned back in here. Got her mom back in here with the baby. Don't know if you can see through there, but she's definitely trying to encourage him to nurse. And I went to go grab my camera, and he was nursing when I left. He's still trying to, so the bond's still there, so there's still hope. Just needs to fill up that milk sack. But our Kiko doe down there with the triplets, she's doing a great job. She still got them down there. All these other goats came up into the catch pen when I opened the gate. So no worries there so far, and hopefully it's going to continue like that. Kidding season's getting started here at Nicholson Farms. It's been off to a pretty good start other than our little situation right here, but I can't complain too much. The bonding is there. I can't stress that enough. That's a huge part of it. I think the milk will come. I'll take that over no bonding any day, so at least there's hope. It could be my fault. I'll admit when I'm wrong. Maybe I shouldn't breed doelings. That could be a doeling issue where she doesn't produce as much milk. But I've also had does in the past that were 2 or 3 years old that never had a baby and didn't produce that much milk. So you never know. Maybe this year we might change our mind on breeding doelings. We'll see how all the other doelings do with their babies, how tentative they are and all that stuff. We'll just have to wait and see. It's always something you can critique, something you can change. What we do here is not the exact way to do it. There's a million different ways to do it. This is just what we do. We still try out new things. We're still, I wouldn't say we're new to the goat game, but trying to increase our herd to sizable numbers we're kind of new to. So we're still learning as well. Even though we're putting content on YouTube and teaching a little bit, we are still learning, and we're just sharing how we try new things and how it works. We'll be honest with you how things work. I promise you I'll tell you if it didn't work. So with that being said, if you're looking for some more baby goats, tomorrow is the official first day of kidding season. I know we had some yesterday, but tomorrow is the due date for 150 days from when we put our bucks in. So we should have some action tomorrow. Doesn't look like anybody's going to kid out tonight or this afternoon, not that I can see. But we definitely have some real pregnant mamas that could pop any minute now. So stick with us. We should have more videos on baby goats coming up. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, leave us a comment, and we'll see y'all on the next one.